Good afternoon folks, 21st Century Caveman here. Hope everybody's safe, hope everybody's well, and welcome to another video. So, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while since I last started posting videos in earnest, and I just wanted to say thank you very much indeed to all those lovely people out there who have sent me messages asking me if everything's okay, making sure that I was alright and offering help if it was required. And everything's absolutely fine, I'm delighted to report. Now, in a few previous videos I have mentioned that I do suffer from a severe anxiety and depressive disorder for which I take medication, and that kicks in with a vengeance, normally sort of like late autumn and over the winter periods, those cold, dark, horrible months, and I just don't have the self-motivation or the mental energy to shoot videos and to go through the process of editing them, which can be quite a detailed thing to do. It takes time basically. Now, in the past I have shot videos during the winter months, and when I've come to the editing part of that, I've gone through and thought to myself, do you know what, this video is rubbish, I'm not even going to bother publishing it because I don't want to damage the brand. That's what I tell myself anyway. So anyway, I just don't bother anymore. So that's why it will be a recurring trend that you won't see any videos during the winter months. So anyway, thank you for your patience. Thank you for bearing with me. I appreciate it very much. God bless you all. Now, so nothing massively has happened, but I just wanted to provide you with a little bit of an update as to what's been going on. So, as you're all aware then, I have bought an e-scooter. So I've got an e-move cruiser, which replaces the previous scooter I bought. So it's 3 times more powerful. It has more battery life and is better built to transport a big lump like me around town. And I will be reviewing that the more I use it basically. There's no point in doing a review unless I've used something properly and I can actually feedback some reliable and constructive information. Now, I have actually had an accident on the scooter in the past week or so, and I did come off it, so I will be uploading another video where we'll be analysing the footage and having a look at lessons learned. Anyway, so that's to come. Now, my car, so I have a Hyundai Terracan 4-wheel drive, basically the poor man's Range Rover. I've had it for a good few years now actually. I love the car, but the fact is it's kaput. Now, unfortunately, despite contacting a few local garages, I can't get anybody to quote for it. People simply don't want to do the work, and I'm not really sure whether that's because they don't want to get involved in that side of things anymore. I'm currently deciding whether or not just to sell it for spares and repairs because it's in otherwise good condition, if that's not a contradiction in terms, or whether to try a product. One of my mates has suggested a solution which you pour into the engine block and it seals the gasket, pretty much on a similar basis as to what you would do if you had a leak in your radiator. You pour the stuff in, don't you, and after a few minutes of running it around, it's supposed to seal the radiator, Radweld, something like that, but the principle's the same. Anyway, I'm still toying with the idea of whether or not to bother with that or whether just to cut my losses. So that's my vehicle. The camper van then, update. I did actually buy one, and I'm talking the past tense. So what actually happened then, for many months I've been looking for a van or a minibus which I can convert into a camper van. Something came up about 6 weeks ago, and it was on Automart or Auto Trader, and I put a deposit on it and then subsequently paid the balance. Now, as a condition of that purchase, I made it clear that I needed 12 months MOT and that everything needed to be in good working order. So the vehicle I actually bought then was a Ford Transit long wheelbase. It was a mess van with a high roof. So it had toilet in, it had table and chairs, microwave, hot water, all that good stuff. But anyway, long story short, I paid for it, got through its MOT, absolutely no problem at all. And it's a lovely vehicle in good condition. but there was a problem getting elements for the heating mechanism, and it might seem like quite a minor thing, but I did make it absolutely clear that I wanted everything to work. Basically, I wanted the infrastructure to be in place. Even though I wasn't going to keep everything where it was, I wanted to utilise those facilities, that infrastructure, and I could basically rejig things as I wanted to and take it from there. So there were problems, you know, the trying to get a spare part. And to cut a long story short, without going into all the ins and outs of it, the garage had my money for 3 weeks and still weren't able to present me with this vehicle where everything worked as it should have done. So I basically just cut my losses and told them I wanted my money back. There wasn't a problem with that. Anyway, so that episode of my life is over and done with. I'm still looking, and I still do not have a camper van. So, what else then? So, as part of the bowel screening programme with the NHS, I need to provide a stool sample, so that's coming up. I've also got a piece of equipment which is like a little microscope really, which you can stick in your ear or indeed any orifice of your body to see what's there. You know, you connect it to your phone and it acts like a little video camera. Anyway, so I'm going to do a review on that. I mentioned about the crash on my e-scooter, so as part of the lessons learned, as part of that scenario, I've actually bought some safety gear which I'm going to do an unboxing of, you know, stick stuff on and then give you my opinions on that and hopefully get some video footage as well. Yeah, TV licensing, they're still harassing me. I still keep getting letters from them threatening me with all sorts of criminal action, you know, telling me that on specific days they're going to get enforcement officers round to the property and I could face a fine of up to £2,000 or whatever it is, or imprisonment. So they're still on my back. And I don't know whether I've actually mentioned this before on the channel, but it was only recently, a few months ago, that I bought my first television in 16 years. So I do watch it quite regularly, but the thing about the TV licence is the fact that you only need one if you're watching any live TV or programmes. It has to be live. If not, you can have 1,000 channels on there. If they're not actually transmitting a live programme, then you don't need one, simple as that. So anyway, I've treated those letters with the disrespect they deserve and stuck them in the bin and don't even bother responding. And Tina says to me, she says, well, why don't you just do the declaration online stating that you don't have, you know, a TV or you don't need one? And the answer is I've done it before and it didn't make any difference. The letters still come through and they still harass you. So if they want to waste resources chasing some innocent party, then let them do it. Don't bother me, it's up to them, isn't it? I'm going to show you how to make a very cheap but very effective alarm for your man cave, your shed, your garage, or a bicycle or indeed an e-scooter. So that's going to be very cheap, very effective, very discreet, but really useful. I'm also going to be doing an update on the blood donations which I make, because there has been a development to that which I wanted to share with you, which helps to make it a little bit more interesting so you can actually see what happens to the blood when you make a donation. I've also bought some trainers which I was going to have a chat with you about. So got a couple of, in fact actually I bought 3 or 4 pairs of trainers quite recently. Now, unlike my son, I go to Sports Direct and get my stuff from there, and I've bought 4, you know, pairs of trainers, and yeah, I just wanted to have a chat with you about those and compare them to the trainers which I normally buy, which are Skechers. So the stuff on them I bought here, look, is Carrymore, and I just want to compare those, as I say, with the stuff I normally buy. So that's coming up, and I'm going to do a little series using the mobile scaffold. So one of the properties I own has a flat roof, and whilst the roof is completely waterproof and intact, I'm going to use the scaffold to go up there and to coat it in some compound, just to sort of make sure that it maintains its waterproof qualities and gets me through another few years. So I'm going to do a video on that as well, so it should be quite interesting. But look, I'm conscious of the fact that I'm starting to gas a little bit now, okay, and I don't want the video to be too long and to become unnecessarily boring, so I'm going to tap out now. And once again, thanks for joining me again. Thank you for your patience, do appreciate it, and get ready for an onslaught of videos. All right, caveman out. Thank you, take care and goodbye.